Hello everyone, welcome back to my English podcast, the podcast on world news, self-development, language learning, or whatever I have learned over the past week. My name is Hoai, but you can call me Jessica. And in today's episode number 3, I'm going to talk about Switzerland votes to legalize same-sex marriage, mobile money to be piloted in Vietnam, North Korea fires a new missile, a volcano started to erupt in Hawaii, and some sleep hacks and tips in the bonus lesson. Okay, let's get started with the first news from Switzerland. Cheers rang out, hugs were exchanged, rainbow-colored flags waved overhead across Switzerland as the Swiss resoundingly voted to allow same-sex couples to marry, following a nationwide referendum, with the final results showed on Sunday last week. More than half of all voters, more specifically 64.1%, approved in each of 26 states in Switzerland, which means it brings this country into line with many others in Western Europe. The new rule is expected to take effect on July 1st, 2022. With this, all couples will in the future be treated equally before the law, and all can enter into a civil marriage with the same rights and obligations. And it will also allow same-sex couples to adopt children and utilize sperm banks for lesbian couples. But the opponents believe that replacing the civil partnerships with full marriage rights would undermine the families based on a union between a man and a woman. But I think it's still like a positive sign to finally, facilitate citizenship for same-sex couples, right? According to NBC News, Switzerland, which has a population of 8.5 million, is traditionally conservative and only extended the right to vote to all women in the country in 1990. And most countries in Western Europe already recognize same-sex marriage, while most of those in Central and Eastern Europe don't permit wedlock between two men or two women. Up next for us is mobile money to be piloted in Vietnam. But first up, do you know what is mobile money? Mobile money describes financial transactions that are conducted using a mobile phone, where value is stored virtually, called e-money, in an account associated with a SIM card. Such transactions are compatible with basic phones and do not require internet access. Mobile money systems have the potential of extending the reach of financial services to populations not served by the traditional banking sector. So, e-money stored on a customer's mobile account can be transferred via text messages to other users who can also store the funds in their account, or transfer them on, or just cash out at an agent. While the amount of money allowed in an account varies across the systems, mobile money systems tend to be designed for smaller and more frequent transactions. In Vietnam, the Ministry of Information and Communications will license the mobile money service in early October to promote digital transformation and the digital economy. And it helps spread the coverage of electronic payment and also promote non-cash payment. In general, it will bring a bunch of benefits to customers and also the society. And if it is licensed soon, mobile money will also help create breakthroughs and strong momentum for new technologies and new services. For example, you can utilize mobile money service to pay for services and goods of small denominations. Like you can use mobile money service on your cell phone to pay for a cup of coffee or your fast food. And I think it's just so convenient, right? And some of the reasons why we should use mobile money service, they are, first off, in the era 4.0, mobile phones are actually universal, and the coverage of mobile networks is actually much wider than that of banks, right? So of course it will definitely attract a huge number of users. Moreover, it is sometimes difficult for people to access like electronic payment, like e-wallets or bank accounts, especially in remote areas. And I think with mobile money service, everything will be easier to buy, to pay with only like a cell phone in your hand. Now it's new about North Korea. Actually, North Korea fired a newly developed anti-aircraft missile on Thursday. And it is, the latest in its recent series of weapons tests amid deadlocked denuclearization talks with the United States. It was North Korea's second known weapons test this week after launching a previously unseen hypersonic missile on Sunday, and it has also fired, ballistic missiles and a cruise missile with potential nuclear capabilities in recent weeks. According to KCNA news agency from North Korea, the test was aimed at confirming the practical functionality of the missile's launcher, radar, comprehensive battle command like vehicle, and combat performance, with features of rapid responsiveness, guidance accuracy of missile control system, and the substantial increase in distance of downing air targets. Pyongyang has in recent weeks argued that its weapon tests are intended to boost self-defense capabilities just as others do, and accusing, the United States and South Korea of double standards and hostile policy. On Wednesday, North Korea leader Kim Jong-un said he had no reason to attack South Korea and was willing to actually reopen reserved inter-Korean hotlines this month. What about the reaction of the US? Well, the Biden administration has said it has no hostile intent toward North Korea and has called on Pyongyang to accept its offers of talks to break an impasse of, denuclearization negotiations. Do you still remember an erupting volcano in a small Spanish island, La Palma, that I mentioned in the episode number 2? Well, there is an update for it. Actually, the rivers of lava just made its way to Atlantic Ocean already, with huge clouds of steam, and actually people were evacuated days ago and now are advised to stay indoor because of the volcano smog. And another active volcano has been erupting on Hawaii's Big Island since Wednesday. So far, the eruption is still not in areas with homes and is entirely contained within Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. For now, it is shooting fountains of fire 5 stories high, and the volcano's alert level was raised to warning, and also the aviation code changed to red. So far, the gushing geyser of lava have not boiled over 4,000-foot summit of Kilaue's crater, so the authorities hope that trouble doesn't boil over. For now, the contained eruption is still safe for public, and thousands of people just raced to the Kilaue's rim for a peek inside one of the world's most active volcanoes. Now it's time for a bonus lesson. Do you know how much sleep we need? Well, the amount of sleep each person needs depends on many factors, including age. Infants usually require about 16 hours a day. For most adults, 7 to 8 hours a night appears to be the ideal amount of sleep. Although, a few people may need as few as 5 hours sleep or as many as 10 hours sleep each day. But Getting too little sleep creates a sleep debt, and eventually your body will demand, the debt be repaid. And one of the reasons is because people nowadays have been under a lot of pressure. They have a bunch of work to do, so they usually just burn the candle at both ends, especially in Western industrialized societies. And that actually has created so much sleep deprivation. And now I'm going to share with you guys some of the sleep hacks and tips, and I hope that you guys find them helpful. Okay, first up, you should do exercise regularly, because when you do, you allow yourself and your body to have a chance to use up all of its energy, so that you could feel tired, super tired at night. And then set a curfew for yourself not to use caffeine, food, or do exercise 4 hours before going to bed, because they're so stimulating and can keep you from falling asleep. Stop working and start to unwind at least 1 hour before sleep. And if you still need to use your cell phones or your laptops, please make sure that you turn on night mode so that it can help filter out all of the blue lights from the screens. And you can try drinking sleep cocktail by mixing 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and 1 tablespoon of honey and also hot water, because honey and apple cider vinegar are usually therapies for insomnia. Or you can listen to music for meditation to help you knock out faster. And if you are unable to sleep because of jet lag, try taking melatonin, because it helps you reset your body clock. Melatonin is a natural hormone that your body creates more of in the evening when it's ready to go to sleep. And you can try using lavender essential oil to soothe all of your senses. You can rub lavender essential oil on pillows to help you sleep faster. Last but not least, if you are a light sleeper like me, you can use earplugs like these ones. Okay, that also brings this episode to an end. If you have any questions, comments, or even ideas, please comment down in the comment box below. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Please take care of yourself and each other. Okay, goodbye for now and see you next Sunday.